At my age, you know I've been to a lot of doctors. Healthcare partners, they really care. They're concerned about your health. They're all the best. I am Roberta, and I am a healthcare partner. Visit hcpnv.com to hear my story.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349.
Tonight on News 46, fire crews respond to a fully engulfed RV fire. Nye County School District prepares for a full-day kindergarten, and search and rescue find a man missing for almost 2 days. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, August 6, 2013. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. Well, a fully engulfed motor home threatened to spread to the owner's adjacent home this afternoon on Fairbanks Street.
A fully engulfed motorhome fire occurred here on Fairbanks this afternoon, just right before noon, actually. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Nye County Sheriff's deputies and Valley Electric. The deputies blocked the roadway while firefighters could access the fire, which was to the right-hand side of the structure, and a classic car. The car and the home belonging to Kenny Hargis, who is a member of the Castaways Car Club. His classic car was parked in close adjacent to his home. The motorhome caught fire and was fully engulfed, also catching some trees in the yard on fire. Firefighters were able to extinguish the blaze without any further extensions, able to save the home, an additional structure, and of course that classic car. Kenny Hargis arrived on scene to find that his motorhome that he had just purchased was completely destroyed by this fire. One of the main concerns of Hargis was his dogs that he has here in his yard. He's very close with them, we are told, and firefighters were able to access that fire right away. The dogs were inside the home at the time of the fire. However, there is some reports that a dark blue Durango left the area quickly right before the blaze was reported. There is some questions as to what that Durango was doing here on scene. Of course, there will be an investigation regarding the cause of this fire. If you have any information, you're urged to call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. This is Deanna O'Donnell on Linda and Fairbanks for News 46.
Nye County Search and Rescue, Las Vegas Metro Police Department, the Civil Air Patrol, Nye County Sheriff deputies all helped to locate a 40-year-old man who had been reported missing for almost 2 days. The Pahrump resident had called Nevada Highway Patrol to report that his vehicle had become disabled and he had become lost. The man was located near Highway 160 and U.S. Highway 95 by a passerby Monday morning. The male was conscious but somewhat disoriented. He was transported to Desert View Hospital for assessment and medical treatment. Well, former President George W. Bush, who is 67 years old, underwent a procedure this morning to have a stent placed in his heart 1 day after a blockage was discovered in an artery. The blockage was found during Bush's annual physical examination. Well, folks, keep it here because we're going to have more local news for you after this break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
Welcome back to News 46. Former Nevada Assemblyman Stephen Brooks pleaded not guilty in Southern California to felony and misdemeanor charges stemming from a police chase and confrontation in March. The 41-year-old Brooks appeared today in San Bernardino County Superior Court in Victorville on charges including evading and obstructing an officer, throwing a substance at a police vehicle, and harming a police animal. Brooks was arrested March 28th along Interstate 15. Hours earlier, the Democrat from North Las Vegas became the the first member ever expelled from the Nevada State Legislature. He could face more than 5 years in prison if he's convicted of attacking a police dog with a wrench and fighting officers. He was finally subdued with a taser. Well, Nye County School District Superintendent Dale Norton talks about a new program, full-day kindergarten.
Since Senate Bill 182 passed the legislature, the Nye County School District has been kicking it into high gear, getting ready for the new full-day kindergarten program. We're going to speak to Superintendent Dale Norton.
That's exciting news for not only us, but for the state of Nevada with all-day kindergarten, and we're gearing up for that. It's kind of a quick turnaround with legislative session just ending and us getting notification out, but hopefully through the media that all the people that want to get their students in full-day kindergarten, we'll get them in and we'll get them going as soon as we can. The half-day program was a good program, but transportation, of course, was an issue. One-way transportation for the parents' responsibility. Now the district can absorb that two-way transportation. Provide a meal at lunchtime for those and get the free and reduced forms in for those that qualify for that. Full day some of the concerns may be the length of the day for the students and that, but they'll get acclimated to that and in the learning environment for the full day session. And we're really excited about it.
What does full day actually mean? What's the hours?
Hours are typically, students will arrive on campus approximately 8 o'clock. They'll have an opportunity for breakfast. Free and reduced, again, are huge factors for that. Those that need to pay full, they can provide breakfast or not. But then typically the day will go until about 11:15. They'll have lunch, a recess break in there, back in session, and then they'll depart around 3 o'clock.
They would be taking the buses home.
Yes, the kindergartners will come in on the bus and go home on the bus if they're eligible to ride the bus, if they're not within the walk zone.
What age does kindergarten start at, and what's some of the requirements or things that parents may need that are just now entering their kids into kindergarten?
Well, they have to be 5, I believe, by September 30th, and the immunizations have to be completed. That law has changed, and the schools will have that information. They can call the school or call the district office, and we can give them that information. In particular, we want them to be in school by count day, which I believe is September 21st. That's where that's what we call getting our money day. We want them in the seats and accounted for. And the one thing that we're challenged with is getting the information out to the community, and we're doing that through some posters and through the media, newspaper, television, and we really need those students in school. If anybody has any questions about sending a student to school, or if their age requirements matter, that they can either give us a call or we'll direct them to their zone schools.
So also the parents are always wondering maybe what school that their kids will be going to.
Yes, we have those zone areas here. One thing I want to make sure that we get out to our public too is we're faced with in this kindergarten law with requirements of reporting. We have to be very careful as a district. We cannot exceed 25 students in a class. So zone variances are becoming an issue for us now, or could be a potential issue. If parents are requesting zone variances for kindergarten to another school, they will get a letter from us stating that we may grant the zone variance. However, if we get to that number or get close to that number in that school that there is zone variance in, we may have to put them back in their home school.
If you have any questions for the Nye County School District, you can give them a call at 727-7743. If you have any questions for the Nye County School District's Transportation Department, give them a call at 727-2443. This is Deanna O'Donnell wishing you a happy upcoming school year for News 46.
More with Superintendent Norton regarding the new Kickstart program on tomorrow night's newscast. Well, Dr. Chander of Smart Heart Healthcare relays some information about the silent killer known as hypertension or high blood pressure.
Very high percentage of people who have high blood pressure are not aware of it. And a significant percentage of people who know it, their numbers are not where we want them to be. Yeah. And here is the problem. Here is a challenge. If you have abdominal pain or if you have a headache, I don't really need to sell a Tylenol to you. Yeah. You are going to go somewhere and get something. Yeah. But the problem with things like hypertension is it's called a silent killer. Yeah. It's not going to cause any symptoms till it is too late. But look at the high blood pressure. It can affect you from head to toe. Yeah. It can increase the chances of stroke. It can cause blindness by causing retinopathy. Yeah. It can increase chances of heart failure, heart attacks, peripheral vascular disease, kidney failure, so many things that can happen. So important thing is to identify it and be treated for it.
Long-term high blood pressure can cause permanent damage, can't it?
Absolutely. You want to identify and treat it before the damage is done.
How often should a person get their blood pressure checked?
You know, typically, if you're seeing your physician every 6 months, every 1 year, they check your blood pressure, that is adequate. But if you have high blood pressure, then you need to check it more often. Or if you are on medications for high blood pressure, you need to check it more often.
Let's talk about diet and exercise as they are concerned with high blood pressure. How much are they affected in that case?
You know, the study came out, JNC7 came out in 2003, and people actually did studies that if you lose weight, you eat right, low salt diet, exercise, it can bring your blood pressure down by about 5 to 10 points. And even if you are on blood pressure medications and your physician provider thinks you need to be on medications, diet and exercise still helps. It's high blood pressure, properly treated, is perfectly compatible with you living to be 110.
There you go.
And number two, this is another concern many of my patients have. When I see them, their blood pressure is very high. I want to give them a medication. They say, Doc, I know I have 50 pounds to lose. I have gained them over years without even knowing it. Let me do that, and let me come back to you. I always tell them, you know what? Let me give you this medication. Let me treat your high blood pressure. God willing, another 6 months, 1 year, your weight is down and your blood pressure comes down, we can always take you off them. Blood pressure medications are not something your body gets used to. If you don't need them, you can stop them.
There you go. How can people contact you?
Our number is 702-473-5333, 5333, or they can Google our Smart Heart Care is our practice name, or you can go to our website, 4smartcare.com. That's number 4.
Well, folks, coming up after the break, we have your Angie's List report, so keep it here.